Hey, okay,
Wow.
let's go. You gonna talk or do you want me to talk?
You talk.
Oh, why do you always do that to me? Okay, well, hi, nice to see you. I'm Jami. Once again, attempting to reign the chaos, but I will probably cause a lot of the chaos today because we're gonna start switching some things up. Why are you yesing? What happened?
Because the Guardians won their game.
That's exciting. Now, who are you?
I'm Cambria.
I mean, I know who you are. And some of them might know who you are, but I don't know if all of them know who you are.
I'm Cambria. I'm the president
Mm-hmm.
for 3 more months.
Yeah. And you are?
I'm Sharon, and I am the secretary.
You are, yes.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of forget you're an officer, not gonna lie.
I don't act
That's
like one.
because she's so quiet. Which is
Ma-
a
Well,
weird
look at
thing.
Maya.
Which is a weird thing for TAC. We have never been quiet, and this year we are very, very disturbingly quiet.
Yeah.
But that's an issue for another day. We'll talk about that next year when nobody speaks and I'm really mad. So let's start with the things that we normally talk about, because I think we're going to try some new stuff this month and next month to see about restructuring how we podcast. Meaning that I think we need a little bit of a structure. Not a lot of structure, just a little bit of structure. So, we'll have our regularly scheduled bananas section
Bananas.
where we kind of talk about whatever we want to talk about and whatever's going on. And I want to add in a section that can be quick or can be long, depending on how much you want to talk, on library-related news.
Libraries in general?
Like
Like this library?
Like libraries in general. Could be both, depending on what we have going on. But like libraries in general, the things that are going on today, and how we as library users, and the future of libraries who will eventually be voting for or against library legislation, kind of stuff.
Okay.
I know that sounded really boring the way that I worded it. However, it's mostly going to be like in September when we talked about banned books.
That was a good time.
That was a good time. It is also one of our highest rated podcasts. Yeah, I know. Look at that eyeball thing. That's why I think we should talk about some of this stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
And like I said, maybe it doesn't have to be the entire podcast. It doesn't have to take up a lot of time.
Yeah.
But it should maybe be something that we address every once in a while, that we're thinking about, or that we have going on, or that we have, you know, hey, this thing just came across all 3 of my library listservs. Maybe we should have an opinion on it.
Yeah.
Or maybe we look at it and you all say, oh no, if you're not a librarian, you're not going to notice.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah. So, we'll start with
Current events.
the regular stuff, as in, do we have anything going on at the library for teenagers at all?
Tonight, we're watching Jurassic Park.
I love Jurassic Park.
Thumbs
I
down
love
Jurassic
Jurassic
Park.
Park.
It's the best movie.
I love
No,
that
it's
movie.
not.
You're lame.
You know, you said that about Twister, too, before you watched it.
Okay, but I've seen Jurassic Park, and I don't like it.
I have a Jurassic Park shirt.
I don't care. It's
You
boring.
should.
Like, it's
I
boring.
love Jurassic
Like,
Park.
I don't want to see when people running around going, ah! While
That's
dinosaurs
entertain-
break through things
That's entertaining, though.
for however long.
That's entertaining, though.
At least one person gets eaten while sitting on
Yeah.
a toilet. This
Yeah.
is a good
What?
movie.
Yeah.
Still, I just... It's too loud. Like, it's too overstimulating.
Do you not like the roars?
No.
Well, sometimes they're the best part.
No, they're not. Anyway,
Yeah, that's tonight.
we have a TAC meeting tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And then next Monday is game night at 5:30.
Should be fun. I think we said we were going to focus on classic games, but honestly, if anybody at all shows up, we're going to play whatever we want to play.
We have Chatty Crafters next Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. Oh, spooky trees. I can show you. Where did I put that?
Then we have movie night.
No, really, it's at like right there all week. In
Movie
the,
night
in the
next
way, driving me
Wednesday.
crazy.
I thought I saw it. It's in there, I think. Yeah.
Hmm.
Anyway, we have movie night next Wednesday. Isn't
Independence Day!
it? Yeah. I was right, see. Then we
That
have
is a good movie.
then we have
that
the
one's
art
fun.
we have the art show next Thursday. Which
Yes, forms are due tomorrow, the
I'm
20th,
not
which
involved.
hopefully maybe at least some of this will be posted by then. If not, so sorry. But see, spooky trees. They come out pretty cool. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we can do them in crayons, we can do them in paint, we can do them in all kinds of stuff. That's why we picked them.
I don't know if I can.
So,
I'll see.
yeah, that's what we got going on next week. Don't forget too, on May 1st we have karaoke.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one sneaks up
Karaoke?
on you. It's real quick.
It's a karaoke.
It's kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't sing, but it's
No.
still kind of fun.
Stop.
And in May we do terrariums, but that's not till the end of the month.
I love terrariums. A lot of mine
Everybody loves terrariums.
If my mom
97%
leaves-
died. And Stink ate like,
of mine have died.
and Stink have like 8 most of them too.
Yeah, that's why I don't have a lot of stuff at my house. Cappy eats everything. He climbs everything and he eats everything. He's very much a pain in the rear end.
Stinky knocked a glass over and he got mad that I tried to get him out of the kitchen so I could clean it up. So he started playing with it and I had to pull glass out of his paw.
Ah, see?
And then he tried to fight me
When
because
Cappy
he
does
got
that,
glass.
when Cappy does that, I lock him in the bathroom.
I had to lock him in his little carrier,
Mm-hmm.
but he started screaming like 10 seconds into being in the
Oh yeah,
carrier.
no, Cappy is not a fan. He spent like an hour in the bathroom on Saturday when they were delivering my furniture, and he was not a. Oh my, he was so mad.
Stink can't deal with a single second being in there until he starts bawling his eyes out, so.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do we have anything else new and exciting coming up? I don't think so. I think it's all
Yeah, I don't think so.
normal, basic things.
Ow.
Oh.
Okay. Books we're reading.
Are you mad? You sound very mad.
Yeah, because me and Sharon have to read Lord of the Flies.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
I would have to agree. It's an awful book. I hated that one. We read that one in my AP English class. We read Lord of the Flies. It was not. It's a really cool concept.
Yeah.
Like whether or not people will maintain their
Sanity.
and their bonds to society and their rules of society
Ew, he's ugly.
off on their own,
The author ugly.
or will they like delve into complete chaos and kill and eat each other?
Which isn't that what they do?
I don't think they ate that kid.
No, but
They
they
did
killed
kill
him.
that kid, but I don't think they ate him. No, I don't know. It's been a long time since
And
I
the
read that.
chapters just like don't. There's nothing like they don't. It's like
It's
a
very-
movie.
It's
like where it
very.
clips.
It's very. Isn't it told through the perspective of just that one kid?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not first person perspective, but
But
it's
it's like-
basically like his
Yeah.
his.
Wasn't like Harry Potter
his
told
account,
like that?
yeah, exactly. It's like it's all from his perspective of events, and half the time he has no idea what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So you have no idea what's going
No.
on, just like Harry Potter. Yes, you were
Yeah.
correct in that statement. Yes, like no idea.
It's like, and the fire
And-
just came out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were just like, let's make an SOS so people can know so people can save us. And then there's a huge fire, and then Piggy just starts like having a villain arc or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
It's complete chaos,
Mm-hmm.
and it does not take long for them to delve into complete chaos.
No. And that kid died with a birthmark. And there was no like confirmation that he died. I had to look it up, other than the fact that he was missing. And so I had to look it up, and that was kind of upsetting.
I'm reading something.
Because he
Yeah.
was talking about the snakes in his nightmares.
I don't generally like recommend Spark Notes as a do this instead of doing your homework. However, I found in some of those AP classes that I was just like, I have no idea what's going on in this book, and I've read it twice. Like, it just sometimes because it's very succinctly like well, chapter by chapter. Hey Maya, tell you what's happening and who's doing things.
Yeah.
And so sometimes it's nice to, after you've read it and you're still sitting there like, what? Is to Spark Note
Yeah.
it and just see like, oh, that's what happened there, because I did not get that at all.
I'm reading something else, but it kind of has to be on pause because I can't like. It's
Oh.
called the.
Oh, are you one of those ones who can't read more than one thing at a time?
Yeah.
I can,
I'm like that
but
too.
like
Oh, I got like 4 things going all the time.
I don't know. I
Those are
haven't-
hard enough for me in the first place. It's not.
I
easy.
can, but I just haven't.
Mm-hmm.
But it's called The Tattooist of Auschwitz by Heather Morris.
Oh, that's supposed to be really good. Was that a teen one
I don't know.
or an adult one? I think that one might be the adult one, because the teen one was the librarian of Auschwitz. Yeah.
And there's,
Anyway. Mhm.
I'm reading the
There's
audio
more-
Anything else to do? Okay.
There's,
we can
like,
talk about that.
two more in the series, I think, but they're like from different perspectives. But I think they're during the same time and maybe in the same camp. I don't really know.
I don't think I have anything.
But there's
Because,
one that's like the Three
Hannah
Sisters
has to
or
finish her
something.
half so that I can give it to somebody else. But
The
if
Three
you want
Sisters.
to,
Isn't that the one where
like, you wanna
they-
do some straightening?
The three like
And
people
some
rebel
tucking and
against
some,
the
like, making
Nazis.
sure it's in order.
know.
That
I
probably
thought that's
wouldn't
what that
hurt.
was.
Anyways,
So
Okay.
if he's done.
and then there's one called Silka's Journey. I don't know. Anyway,
Who wrote it?
Heather Morris.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know.
I like it so far. It's like not that. It's kind of hard to understand, but not like. Some parts I'm like, wait, that happened. I have to go back and read it. But it's not as bad as like Lord of the Flies.
Mm-mm.
And I like it so far, and I like books set in that time period because I think they're interesting.
They are very interesting, yes.
I am
And this
reading-
guy, this guy, it's kind of different from what I've read before because normally they're like prisoners or whatever, which he like technically is, but he does the tattoos of the numbers on people.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Ew. How do you sleep after being the one who does that?
I don't know.
I wouldn't.
I mean,
Although the way that like, cause it's like kind of a love story, and the way that he like, it was weird because like he saw this like pretty girl and he was like, oh my gosh, and then he like told this other guy, that was like his little tattoo partner, about it, and then they talked to an officer that gave her a letter that he wrote, and I'm like, y'all never talked, like it was kind of weird,
well,
Yeah.
but I'm hoping it gets.
you gotta make, without the internet, you gotta make connections somehow.
Yeah.
It's not like they're flipping through a dating app with, like,
Well, I know.
yeses and no's and
Yeah.
yeses and no's. Like, it's just like, oh, I saw a pretty girl. Let's see if I can't find a way to get to her.
Yeah. I guess that's true. But
It does sound weird, but, like, you gotta think about it as a, like, well, what else were they gonna do?
yeah. Are you reading anything else, or were you, Sharon?
I'm reading the Odyssey, but I'm literally on page 2 because I haven't found time to read it all.
Like the actual Odyssey, or?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so many words.
I know.
That's so many words.
It's like such a big
this
book. It's a huge book. Yeah.
I don't know if we read all of it in that English class. I've read parts of it. It's interesting. It's kind of cool.
Mhm.
We have a graphic novel version,
That sounds fun.
which
feel like
I,
you'd be able to.
not
read
gonna
that easy.
lie,
Yeah.
think sounds way better than the original version, but
Yeah.
we can see how it goes.
I'm kind of gonna struggle with it though because I am dyslexic. But I'm gonna try.
Why?
It'll work. It'll be okay. Yeah.
I recently read I Am the Messenger, and I liked that one. Marcus Zusak. I liked that one.
And that was the book thief guy.
Yes.
See, I
Because-
know stuff.
Because I liked the Book Thief, and I've heard good things about it on, like, online and stuff.
Mhm.
And I liked it. But some things were a little bit questionable. Like, the main character had this real weird obsession with legs. Like, he was like, oh my god, that girl's legs are so cute. And I'm like...
That's weird.
That's a
really
little
weird.
odd.
Like, I was reading the reviews on Goodreads, and people were like, why is he so obsessed with legs? Because
I
he's
guess
in...
there are weirder things that you could be obsessed with.
Because he's in love with this one girl, and it's like his best friend throughout the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
book. And
Yeah.
like, he was like, I love her legs today. And I was like,
Only today?
well, no. He was like, her legs look so nice. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't want to find a review because some of them are funny.
My
But-
grandma, until she died, was very proud of her legs. No, like really, she'd like, see, I got a good leg. I got good legs. Everybody thought that was
Slay.
funny.
There's a bad review because that's where they'll complain about it. Hello? There's a 1-star. Let's see.
Why do people write paragraphs upon paragraphs?
I
upon
don't
paragraphs?
know.
I can't.
It's like a play-by-play. You know, book club used to be like that. Blaze would sit, usually like across the whole floor, and like page by page detail the book he wanted to tell you about. And you want to know what it was? It was always either the darkest part of the forest, or that stupid Stephen Hawking book that supposedly answers to all the questions of the universe. Yeah, I still don't
Sounds
understand
fun.
what that book was supposed to be telling me. And I don't have to
Did
read
they
it.
not mention the legs?
Gosh darn, I literally found one where they did. Someone said, maybe I'm allergic to Zusak's writing.
Well, that's unlikely, but entirely possible.
Oh, after lunch today, I broke out in hives again. I don't really know why.
Why?
I don't know.
Stress?
I don't know.
Did you eat something?
Yeah, I had the pizza and the salad and the carrots. And then the chocolate milk. That's what I had.
I feel like those things shouldn't give you hives.
No, they usually don't. I just kind of get them sometimes.
It's got to be stress related.
It probably is.
I do all kinds of weird things when it's extra stressful. Which hopefully will be getting better soon. I don't know. The way we're counting on it getting better, it's probably going to get worse.
He definitely
Just
did
because
not.
that's like statistically, that's my luck.
He was not. Okay, enough.
What was wrong on?
One of the guy's other friends is like literally the most annoying person ever, and then he gets this like the whole redemption arc because he has like his first love or whatever. Apparently, she ran away, and nobody knew why. But apparently, he got her pregnant, and then it was like, oh my god, I'm so sad, and it was like this redemption arc. But like, no, he's annoying, and they were like,
Yeah.
they're like, he is the most sane of them all. No, he's not.
Probably not.
God. I give up. Anyway. Yeah, the legs thing was kind of weird, but it was still a pretty good book. I liked it.
Yeah. Let's see.
Summer
I read 6 whole books
Oh yeah, you
last
told us.
week.
You told
Oh
us.
yeah.
when I
told
was
us,
on
remember
vacation. And not a single one of them had pictures in it. None of them.
now. No more picture books.
I know, it's so exciting. That never happens. That only happens when I go on vacation. So,
Yeah.
like, it's very exciting. I finished the Friday night field party book series. I don't know what it's called. Abby Glines. It's football. I think it's field party because it's not Friday Night Lights because that's different. But anyway. Yeah, no, it's, but I finished that series, Abby Glines. That one was really good. I did really like those. They were good. I mean, technically about football, but mostly about everything else. And
Yeah.
football's just kind of there. That's my way to do football. Like, if it's in the background. I'm not a big sports person. And then I read another Tessa Bailey and then a couple other adult romances, but pretty fun. Mostly just because, like I said, I don't get to do that. Do we have any other book things we want to talk about?
I don't think so.
Other than we hate Lord of the Flies. You weren't fans of Romeo and Juliet.
No!
Oh my
I
god.
don't think anybody ever, since I have been working here, has enjoyed Romeo and Juliet.
Because they're so dramatic. Like, you met 2 days ago and then you stab yourself for him, her, I forget how it goes.
It's so weird.
Like, no.
Well, there was a poison thing that was fake poison, and then there was a stabbing, and then there was a real poison.
I wonder if I got,
But
a
yeah,
good grade on my
while
test.
while the general like Romeo and Juliet trope is one of my favorites,
I
the
like
act-
the trope.
the actual it, yeah, they're very. It's like watching the horror movie and saying, "Why are you going upstairs? You can't get away."
I like the trope. Like when stories
Yeah.
use the trope, but it's like
But
whether it's like forbidden love or like they end up dying for the
she
other.
hasn't graded it for me.
She's such a... Gosh darn! I want to know what I
Well,
got.
sometimes it takes a while to do that kind of thing. So if we don't have any other book things to talk about,
Summer program?
do we want to talk summer stuff?
I mean,
We could talk a little bit about it. We don't have to talk super, super in depth because we're going to do that in May.
and I also won't be here for the summer, so I'm like, not. I don't know. But yeah. What's our theme is find your voice.
Yes, find your voice. Art's a little goofy, but we like to find your voice because we thought we'd do better programs.
It's better than the other one too.
Mhm.
The other art, I like the other art a lot worse. Like a lot.
I don't know.
worse.
I think the art was equally kind of quirky.
Yeah. The art
but
last year I liked. For
last
the one
year's
that we
art
chose.
was-
I liked
last year's
year.
art was
Except for
fantastic.
the other one, the
Oh, yeah,
ocean
no.
of possibilities.
We were not the only. I did a library conference where we talked about summer stuff, and we were not the only library who A, had that opinion about that shirt, and B, was like completely disappointed in the art last year because like it was like really cool theme, but the art stunk. It stunk up to one side and right back down the other, which is kind of weird because like the artists that they had doing it, like I can't remember who they were off the top of my head, but like I know I've bought books done by them and stuff, and like I know I've liked their art before. It was weird.
Well, because there's this library up by my aunt. I forget, like, which town it's in or anything. But I saw on their sign that they were doing that theme. And I was like, what is wrong with you? What is the matter with you?
What, all together now?
No, the one from last year.
Oh, Ocean's Possibility? Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like...
almost everybody still did the theme. They just didn't use their art. Or they did anyway because, it's easier than doing it yourself. There are a lot of libraries that don't go with the theme at all. They just every year do something on their own. That poor guy loses his nose again.
Yeah.
Wasn't I running him over with the
Yes, you
chair?
were.
Yeah, so find your voice. Do we have anything we're excited about with our programming?
What did we decide on for that movie marathon?
Yeah, I don't
Ghostbusters.
Oh.
I love Ghostbusters.
That's not the worst.
I love
I know.
Ghostbusters.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, remember we originally thinking we were going to do Shrek for, like, a day?
Well, that's what we ended up voting between Shrek and Ghostbusters, and Ghostbusters finally won.
I love Ghostbusters.
I can't think of anything else. Like, that off the top of my head besides, like, the nature
I
walk.
talked to the Falcon guys
Oh, yeah.
last week, and the Falcon guy is coming,
Yay!
which is very exciting because, get to catch a bird.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
That's so fun.
My phone is at 20.
What else? We have a couple authors coming.
Yeah. Are we having that one, lady from last year back? I forgot
Yes.
her name.
Jane and what is it? Terzillo?
Maybe?
Yeah, she's coming. And then we have another one who's going to talk crime in Ohio.
Yay.
Yeah, I know you guys like that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's fun. Oh.
And then we have another couple I still haven't heard from, so we might end up doing something else instead. But really, we've got quite a few things figured out.
Yeah, I feel like we're doing pretty decent.
Yeah.
I'm excited to go on the nature walk again.
That will be
If
fun.
I can be in time.
I lost all the clams. I
Well,
don't know
then
what
we're going to
happened
have to go again so that Brooke can jump in the river.
With
And
her
make-
shoes on.
and get more. Listen, would you rather her take
No.
her shoes and socks off and then put them
No,
back
but
on?
like her shoes were new when she did that.
It's Brooke. She doesn't care.
Anyway.
That might be why somebody's annoyed with her a lot. I mean, it's probably not the only reason, but it might be a contributing factor.
Oh. Oceans of Possibilities is on this.
Yeah, see? The artwork was so weird. They had so many leftovers that they were giving them away.
Why are they riding a stupid dead-looking fish?
Is that the fish's
Well,
eyes?
this is better than that one where the kids were inside of the whale like it was a giant submarine. It was horrifying. And I should not stand so close to that microphone. Somebody's poor ear is going to go like, ha!
Are we done with summer program? Okay. No library things.
Okay, so yeah, if we want to talk library things, here, wait, I want to
La 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 la.
stop this.
Stop.
Wait.
Wait.
Stop this. We can keep the video going because I think it'll be easier if we just run the video the way we always run the video, so it's like a straight video.
Yeah.
But I do wanna do two separate audios so that I can, because I know in the audio it is really easy to like splice and dice them together with like intros in between, because that's why we don't have to read our disclaimer anymore, because like I have an intro and I have a conclusion and I like slide them in.
Do you have a disclaimer?
I do have a disclaimer.
what?
The disclaimer reminds everybody that these opinions are not the opinions of Marvin Memorial Library as an organization. They are, however, the opinions of the individuals speaking during this day. Mostly because knowing teenagers and knowing you teenagers in particular, I thought it would probably be a good idea to have that in there, because I think at one point somebody said something, and I know when Sam and Ollie were here last, they had a couple things that I was like, dude, you guys gotta remember you're being recorded. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so we ready to talk some library things?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I missed a phone call.
From who?
I don't know.
There it goes. Okay. So
520 number.
National
Library things. If we're going to have a segment talking about things going on in the library world that affect us or may affect us or may not affect us or might someday affect us if it hits this state or encroaches across the lines or does other things. Hard to tell. We'll start with the fun one. Next week is National Library Week.
Yay!
Woo! Because we love libraries, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
We shouldn't have to hesitate when we say that. But yes, thank you. We do love libraries. This year's theme is There's More to the Story. Because
That's fun.
it is fun. And libraries do so much more than most people recognize. Like, the average library is really like the community center.
Yeah.
In that we do it's not just books. Like, we do programming. A lot of libraries, like, circulate physical items, like ties and shovels and sewing machines and, things you might need once every 6 months, but not forever.
Yeah, I didn't know that the library did programs until, like, you came to the school last year and was like,
I didn't know
hello.
either.
Yeah, exactly. So we've got, like I said, there's the programming, there's outreach, libraries do, some libraries participate in food programs where they feed communities. Some libraries do podcasting things.
Yeah.
Some slightly more officially than we do, but hey, we're trying. So, like, libraries do a lot of things that are outside the realm of what people think. And I'm kind of thinking I want to, maybe I'll do this at tomorrow night's TAC meeting. I kind of want to get us, so we have, like, a video for next week with a, like, what are you most surprised that your library does kind of thing. So,
Like,
you get a heads up, you get to think about it. What are you most surprised that we do?
actual programming, like,
Yeah.
because I didn't know that.
No.
Or, like, the little, like, I know it's not for teens, but, like, the little soup thing. That was kind of interesting.
Oh, yeah.
For the...
Yeah, the Friends ran a fundraiser. It was
Yeah.
a soup and sandwich fundraiser.
Like, I don't know, just stuff like that.
Yeah, the thing is, like, we always have something going on, and it's not always what you expect to have going on. Like, because Shelley runs really interesting adult programming.
Yeah.
And then we have all this teen stuff. And then we do have the things you think about, like the story times and the book clubs and whatnot. But, like, we have a book club that meets at the Vault. We have a book club that meets at a coffee place. We have...
Ivory Bean?
Yeah, Ivory Bean. We have, like, Shelley brings in Iditarod dogs every year for a program.
Puppies.
I know, it's awesome. Linda does really interesting crafts at her craft program. Let's see, what are some other things? Shelley's got Jungle Terry coming. We brought in, this summer. We brought in, the Falcons.
Yeah.
That's like a, who thinks Falcons and libraries in the same sentence?
Yeah. Probably not.
Yeah, most people don't expect that kind of thing. So I feel like we're always doing something just a little different. Like, we did our first book fair this year that went really well. We just got an outreach van, and it's all, like, wrapped in pretty,
Yeah, is that... I didn't know if that was new, but I felt like it was new.
I think we had the van in, like, November, December, I think is when we got it. We just got it wrapped a couple weeks ago.
Because I started noticing it out there, and I was like...
Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
looks
We're
different.
excited about it. So yeah, there's more to the story. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty exciting. So, like, all week next week, we got all kinds of stuff going on. Shelley's got programs every single day. We've got our regularly scheduled programs. That's why we put the art show in that week. And we've got, like, it's like Spirit Week. So, like, we're doing goofy stuff. We got Pajama Day. We got Beach Day. Which, that one's weird for me, but I'll find
Day.
something. We've got Wacky Wednesday. We've got Book Character Thursday. Like, we've got fun stuff. So, yeah.
Book character is fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I got that Daisy, so if nothing else, I can be Daisy and Maisie. Like, real easy.
I don't... Okay.
So do we have any other, like, exciting library things we like?
Not that
Things
I
that
can
we're
think
glad we do?
Besides the things that I said and things that you mentioned. No. But...
That's pretty cool. Okay,
bands.
so let's talk, since we're talking National Library Week, ALA, the American Library Association, did just release recently, end of March, their statistics in book bans for 22. We talked in September about the 21 numbers, and coincided with Banned Books Week. And in 22, let's see, there were 1,269 demands to censor library books and resources. And that's just, that's the number of recorded incidences. That doesn't include the things that happened that nobody reported. Or that nobody called ALA and said, hey, we need your help. That's 1,000. It is the highest number since ALA started keeping track over 20 years ago. It is their biggest jump. I don't have the graph here because I didn't print the pictures, but it's like little tiny spiky spikes and then boom, big giant spike. It's startling in picture format. It's slightly terrifying because it says here a record. It's 2,571 unique titles were targeted for censorship, which is a 38% increase from 21. That's a 2,500 books specifically.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Now, most of them were targeted in school libraries, but 41% were still in public. And this one's new this year in that 90% of them were attempts to ban, 90% of the 1,000 challenges were attempts to ban more than one item at a time. They were sweeping giant bans. 40% of them involved more than 100 books. In one fell swoop.
Why do people have such a problem with books? I will never understand.
Yeah, I don't quite get it either. The thing is, off the top of my head, I don't know how many books we have in the children's department alone. If we just looked at the children's department,
yeah,
we probably have something close to 20,000 items.
Whoa.
Between all of our picture books, all of our chapter books, all of our nonfiction, in those 20,000 items, there should be something for everybody. Which means that there's also going to be something that somebody doesn't like.
Yeah.
So, if you don't like it, then pick one of the other 19,000 items. Which I know is very bad math, but, still,
Yeah, I know. It doesn't... It's stupid. I said earlier, last year.
Yeah, like I said, I know you were here in September, Cambria, when we were talking about it before, so it's nice to, reconnect on the, hey, this is the new stuff.
I want to see if I can look up the graph.
One of the most interesting things was, that, when they poll people, when they poll the general public, across the aisle, it doesn't matter, race, gender, political party, you poll the public, and most people oppose efforts to remove books, and they have the confidence in libraries to make good decisions because librarians are trained in this. But we still keep, there are still people who keep pushing. And what are you looking for?
I'm trying to look for the graphs.
Oh yeah, if you go to ALA's book ban page. And they do say, because I had said
Right to read it.
Next week during National Library Week, they expect to unveil the top 10 list from 22 that they hadn't yet had done. Or I'm sure they have it done. They just, are waiting to... I'm interested to see what they are this year. Usually they're books we have. Books we, books that are popular within the groups of people who need them most. Like, here, click on it. And then if you scroll down,
Oh.
you can see, look at that spiky thing.
Duh.
Mm-hmm. 2020 did see a marked decrease, but that is mostly because for most of the year everybody was at home and nobody was allowed to go anywhere, and people were just very excited that libraries were doing anything, so that nobody thought to argue with what they were doing.
Yeah, nobody cared.
Yeah, nobody cared. They were just excited that we were doing anything. And then in 21 and 22 we've seen increases again. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This book was on the list.
Which one?
3 years in a row. George by Alex Gino.
Mm-hmm.
It was on the list like 3 years in a row.
Yeah, it's an LGBTQ plus.
Yeah, because number one in 2018, number one in 2019, and number one in 2020.
Mm-hmm. And The Hate U Give has been on the top 10 list, I think, since it was published. You look confused. Why are you confused? Is it because it's a perfectly valid book, or like,
I Am Jazz. Oh.
Yeah, that one's been multiple times. So is the Beyond Magenta. We have that one downstairs.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter's been on it almost since it's been.
Really? Drama, the graphic novel.
Oh.
I've read that.
There's
nothing wrong with that book.
I was obsessed with that book in like 3rd grade.
Of course you were.
Listen, I had it and I carried it around like all the time. To Kill a Mockingbird.
Sorry.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
It was number 5. That George book was number 5 in 2017.
Number 3, and I don't know what year that was.
2016.
Wow.
That's long enough that I can finish.
Really?
50 Shades of Grey.
Well, yeah, that one's got a lot of reasons for people not wanting that book around.
The Holy Bible.
Well, yeah, that's been on lists too.
Well.
We just reading the list.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Oh, I've heard of this book.
The Kite Runner.
Perks of Being a Wallflower. I don't understand why Drama by Raina Telgemeier.
There's, I think, one scene with a kiss.
Captain Underpants.
Well, because it's underpants and it's potty humor, and some people don't like that. If you look at the actual reasons for banning or challenging or being upset with them, I always get more mad when I look at the reasons than at just the titles, because the reasons why are usually something that's very personal, which you have the right to choose for yourself and for your child, whether or not you're going to do that or allow that. It's when you start deciding for other people that I think we get into a lot of trouble.
Gossip Girl.
In 2011, My Mom's Having a Baby, a kid's month-by-month guide to pregnancy.
Yeah.
Gossip Girl. Hunger Games.
To Kill a Mockingbird. Twilight in 2010.
Yeah, I can't remember why they didn't like that one, unless it was just a vampire
Religious
thing.
Viewpoint.
Sexually.
In Twilight?
Yes.
Yes.
Unsuited to age group. Oh, Violence in 2010. And then 2009 it was...
What's the religious viewpoint in Twilight?
I don't know.
I've read those multiple times. Like,
I've read that before. I don't know.
like, okay, I get, like, the romance thing. I get the, like, dude is a little creepy if you look at it out of context.
Twilight's vampires exhibit very Christian values.
Did they? I mean, at least one of them killed somebody.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sexual abstinence, respect for human life, and belief in the soul and hell. Okay.
See? The dumb reasons are on both sides of the line, so it's just a matter of whatever floats your boat is your personal thing, you do you.
Perks of Being a Wallflower is on here, but...
Well, that's because it's a, like, accurate portrayal of horrible things happening to a child. And so Toni Morrison gets banned. And Maya Angelou.